we're taking a different approach on two different ways. One is that we don't offer a diploma. We use some of the greatest companies in the world that already have their own training certificate programs, and they have international standing. So, as example, every one of our students here is getting Apple Software Certified Developer. We're certificate-based, fast. We're internationally with internationally recognized companies. The kids coming out of the Innovation Hub learn lifelong learning skills, come here to develop and refine and improve those skills, and then have a shot at using their skills to get a job on the international marketplace that pays them something worthwhile. Those kids who have international exposure on teams, working with their US teams or international teams, like they are gonna be, 10 years from now, those kids need to run for city council. Those kids need to become mayors. And this town, this community is gonna see dramatic change through the jobs that this place provides. So that's the big dream.
I think just what they've displayed today, I think their potential is limitless. I think they're just going to do phenomenal and nothing's going to stop them.
They'll walk out of here ready to go. And I'm just completely enamored by what they've learned so far and how willing they are to learn more.
I'm Terence Changadea, and I'm an associate engineer on the Gem Protect team.
My name is Tendai Shalin Takura, and I am a software engineer under GEM.
All right, this is possible, right? We can do it. Yeah, never underestimate the value of people.
I am 19 years old. I am working for a wonderful company called GEM, and I'm a software developer. And that's how my world has changed.
Yeah, I was celebrating this to my manager who sent me a MacBook Pro, like one of the 10 people in Zimbabwe having this one, because this is a 2023 MacBook Pro and I'm using it to do my job, helping people succeed with Apple. But yo, I'm really happy. Yeah, and I'm proud to call this my first baby, taking care of it.
Doing the impossible, because this has been an impossible journey, honestly. That word perfectly describes everything, like the impossible journey, which was made possible.
And I'm happy to say we've had, right now have 14 students and 12 in active internships with US companies, and some of them are right here with Mains'l. So thanks, Sarah and Terry, for joining us on this. So Sarah, I've got a couple questions for you. So I just wanted to know, what was your original reaction when Terry told you first about the MCRI, like what Mains'l is going to be doing, involved with training, interning, potentially hiring Zimbabwe kids for your team? What was some of your thoughts that went through your mind?
Thank you. All right, so from what I remember when Terry told our team, I remember clearly someone yelling, "Clear!" And I sat up and I said, "Okay, Terry, we can do this." So but in all honesty, it was excitement, gratitude. We live our mission and vision every day, but this really allowed us and married to let us go out there and do that and work with the students. And you know, it feels like now they're not just our interns, they're not just our students, but they're really an extension of our family. And that's just, we cannot be more grateful and just delighted. And I think everyone's kind of said that already, but that's how we felt.
Quite frankly, we have a brilliant crew here in Minnesota. We are now supplemented by an incredibly talented group of young people that are living and working as interns for our company and for JAMF. Incredibly gifted students and high work ethic, high just quality character, God-fearing, and they will, Tendai said it, they have made what was impossible. They have made what was impossible possible. And so by the end of this year, by the grace of God and Jim and Sarah and the crew, we plan to have 10 employees working and living in Zim.
Okay, so Sarah, for the companies that are out there, you've brought your team to train these students. So there's a two-part question. When your team visited, what were some of the challenges, successes that you've had in the training and in the internship? What surprised you bringing your team there? The experiences of working with the students from Africa. And second one, how have you or your company changed through the experience?
All right, so all the surprises that we encountered were very pleasant surprises. I think the best thing that sticks out in my mind and the team's mind is how MCRI is set up so that it's so thoughtful that it allows the students and the interns to really collaborate with one another and learn those soft skills, not just, the technical skills, but how to work together and then how that would translate to working for a company. So there are a lot of pleasant surprises there. As far as challenges, post-COVID, pre-COVID, I should say, interns and mentoring always occurred in close proximity, right? You would always be fairly close. But with stepping into this mentorship where we're thousands of miles away, there's that distance. And so it's mentoring from afar. And that's one of those challenges that we've encountered, but the interns have really thrived and worked through that. But I think that's something that it's going to be a future challenge going forward for a lot of companies is maintaining that momentum from afar and mentoring afar. But again, the interns have just really thrived and they're doing a fantastic job and they're so tenacious. And so it's been fantastic to watch that.
Well, as I said, I had to beg for forgiveness after I said I've committed us. And in the process, I said, we're committed to 3 years of funding for the Career Readiness Institute. And what we're going to get out of this is a furthering of our mission and vision, which is to change the world one person at a time. Only now we're doing it one coding engineer at a time, instead of in the disability world. And I think the biggest thing is that we started with 3 interns, and then we had what they called the Super Bowl of drafting for the next group of interns. And I was saying to the Matter folk that we can commit to 3, maybe 4, and oh my goodness, we have 10. And I looked at Sarah and I said, "You did what?" And I said, "Is Dory going to kill you, our CFO?" And she said, "No, she knows." And it's a rocket ship. It is a rocket ship to the future.
So Tendai works, we have Dave Saltmarsh and Kelly, they're on the JAMP team in the audience here. They have been instrumental, in fact, foundational in building this program of this career readiness. And this vision that we have, a 3-year strategy, we meet every week as a team with Terry and Dean and JAMP and Mains'l. Our goal is that in 3 years from now, we have 30 kids working for Minneapolis companies based in Zimbabwe and 2,000 kids in training. So that's the big vision. We really want to see Zimbabwe, Victoria Falls as a tech center. And Tendai, can you hear me, Tendai?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Well, you're speaking in front of this crowd. I'll just turn my computer around so you can see who you're talking to, because it's not just me. And there you are.
Wow.
So Tendai, I've got a couple of questions for you in the 2 minutes that we have remaining here. You're 19 years old.
Okay.
You're 4 months on your job. In fact, we tried to get you here to be live, and we brought you twice to the U.S. Embassy, and they wouldn't believe you that a 19-year-old had a U.S. job, and so they denied your entry twice. So unfortunately, they just said that's impossible. You can't be a 19-year-old working for a U.S. company. And so, like you said, you do the impossible. So I want to know, how has your life changed in 4 months? Now you're on the job for 4 months. How have you changed?
Honestly, a lot has changed, and as you say, that it's actually unbelievable to go through. A lot of people that this is possible. Even my own family is not yet sure, right? Is not yet believing that, okay, this 19-year-old is now working and now has so many responsibilities, and you can actually depend on her now. And it's very much unbelievable, and it's been a journey of a lifetime. I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, and I've got to meet so many and be part of so many cultures, and it's just been an opportunity and an honor that I cannot express. As a Zimbabwean girl, honestly, my life has changed in a very much unexpected manner. This is not where I thought I would be 2 years ago, right? I thought my life was just going to be a cycle, like the cycle that we all know. Go to high school, go for university, and then try to hustle for a job in Zimbabwe for like 2 years. And maybe my first job was going to be being a till operator at OK, right? Being a software engineer is just going to be something that then later comes if I'm lucky. But then this program just showed me that, you know what, this is possible. A 19-year-old girl can make a difference, and that difference has started today. Yeah.
That's great. Oh, that's awesome. All right. This is a two-part question, and then we're going to have to close it out. But two-part question is, what do you love about your job at JAMF? And then where do you see yourself going and growing from here?
The main thing or the biggest thing that I love about working at JAMF is how they prioritize mental health. It's not really something I grew up knowing. Like, as an African child, I'll be honest, like there's nothing exactly called mental health, but having a job that actually knows that, you know what, there's a day you can take for just for your mental wellness was just amazing. And I love the community. I love my team, the way they welcomed me, and I actually felt part of the team when I was on my internship. I never felt like a 19-year-old. I felt like I was part of the team, and that's the biggest thing that I loved about working at JAMF. The team, the community is just great and welcoming, and we work in an environment that you love. And the second question, what's the second question again? Sorry.
Where are you growing? What do you see in your future? What do you see in your future?
I see myself giving back. That's the biggest one. I see myself giving a child like me 5 years later an opportunity to make a difference. I see myself believing in someone the way Meta believed in me, the way Jeff believed in me, the way Love of Africa believed in me. I want to be that person for someone else in 5 years. I want to give back. That's the biggest thing. And in a way, I've already started by going back to my old high school and making sure that I'm helping them blast off into their own bright futures. And this is something that I would like to do greatly, not just in my community, not just in my city, country-wise, and maybe worldwide.
Amazing. Let's give her a hand. And on 50 million devices that she wrote. So amazing accomplishment. Thanks, Tendai. See you later. Bye.